Hello there, guys. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm joined the lovely Professor Bart Kay after probably a 1 year hiatus from us being able to record at a sensible time together. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing all right. Sound, yeah, it's been a minute. It really has been a minute.
Yeah,
I've missed you, young man.
I know. I've not been out much on the webs.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Pretty consistent. I've been doing at least one video a week for the last year, so it's not been too bad. I know people appreciate a lot of our talks about training and that sort of thing, so I might go into that a little bit today. And if anyone does have any questions for us, please pop them in the chat because this is a live Q&A. I might check on my question. That might do. That will do. There we go. Right, but yeah. So, what is the current science like then? Has anything changed? Has anything new, or is the science still the same? What do you think?
Well, I'm still the science, me. I'm still safe and effective, and no one should ever question the science. Still, everything I say is completely correct, safe and effective. I'm unchallengeable, basically, on all aspects of science. No, but seriously, what's happening in science in the last year seems to be more of the same dross. The areas specifically of human health science, really poor, top to bottom. There's no good science being done. It's all ill-disciplined claptrap, and it's all people feathering their nests and bolstering their egos, and nobody actually advancing knowledge. Mostly because it's actually impossible to do good, properly disciplined science according to the epistemology of science when you're dealing with human beings as your subjects. Ethics committees hate experiments on humans. They say no every time. As such, we've got this dross. It's a waste of space. And when people get into exchanges with myself or arguments with myself or whatever you want to call them, and they go, "Where are your sources?" That's what I have to go to. Well, I could give you any number of sources you like that say all sorts of things. None of them are any good. It's rubbish, all of it. What we need to do is use common sense and apply a proper disciplined epistemological approach, and then we're good. That stops us from making silly statements that aren't supportable. How's that?
That seems to work, doesn't it? I think for a lot of things, it's like if it seems too good to be true, it probably is. It's quite wise words as well. How many times have we seen a supplement or a training style come in and out of vogue? You know, like when I start training, it was all about high volume. You know, doing 20 sets for quads, having a glass of water from the tap at the gym, then doing another 20 set for hamstrings, and having a break, then doing calves, then doing abs. You're going in the shower, and it's like, how do people have the time of day for that? It's not realistic or sustainable, you know?
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah.
Now, I'm all about the intensity, me. I'm about get in there, get it done, and get out of there. I've always been about a whole body split 3 times a week until you're an advanced hypertrophy athlete, and then you might throw some splits in. But still, that's not an excuse to hugely increase your volume, because volume is not your friend, whether you're talking hypertrophy, whether you're talking cardiovascular fitness, whether you're talking sensible amounts of endurance. You might have noticed I posted a video last night about endurance training and why you should probably rethink it.
So simple. Like the way you laid it out was, it's not your usual style, but you could watch that and anyone could get it. You know? So yeah, certainly answered the questions. So I'd probably have to.
Yeah, no, you might notice my style changing on my main YouTube channel because I've got a consultant that's telling me how to increase my reach and stuff. And how to increase my pull, because apparently so far I've just been having a tremendous pull. So.
Yeah, I think with channels like ours, we don't like to just give out, you know, off the cuff kind of clippy content. Like if you ask me, what do you think of this? I would have to have like a 5-minute video minimum just to cover the bare basics, because I hate when you get the comments like, you missed this bit, and it's like, well, it's a 30-second video. What would you like me to say in 30 seconds that you did already know?
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
No, it's not my style either, but I'm doing as I'm told for a trial period so that the consultant I'm working with can make his point, and if he's right, and
He's
I
rich.
do have to. Yeah, well then we'll both be happy. Anyways, that's what it is for the meantime. So yeah.
Yeah, it's going well. I mean, I've always enjoyed your content, but yeah, I guess what I've kind of noticed as time's gone on with my training is it's almost like I want to train on my own nowadays, because I just spot so many mistakes when I'm in the gym. I'm like, this person's been here for 4 times longer than me, and they're about 4 times smaller. And it's something. It's obviously some problem there, some sort of gap. And I think a lot of the time it's just like just a lack of knowledge or lack of understanding of like how to move a weight with your muscles. I find people can. It's like you have to give people lots of cues. Like I can't say even a simple leg extension. It's not just extend the knee. It's extend the knee, try and raise your hip flex upwards, keep yourself bolted to the seat. Don't squeeze too hard because blood pressure gets too high. Remember to breathe, have your knee straight, an alignment sort of thing. And you put all that together, it's actually quite complicated for some people. But what can we do? I mean, would you say yourself now, Bart, if you went back into gym now and for whatever reason you decided I want to get a bit more muscle on me,
yeah,
obviously you'd do the same sort of program, same sort of split that you currently would have done anyway.
yeah.
Would you say you'd get eased back into it quickly? Do you think you would have relearned the movement and the skill patterns?
I think the actual movement patterns are things that are probably pretty well hardwired now. I guess that's a bit like riding a bike. That's my guess.
Yeah.
In terms of whether I would physiologically adapt to resistance training quickly, I'm not so convinced at my age and stage. I might. I have tried several times to get back into a bit, and I've got some problems with the body. It doesn't like that kind of thing. It doesn't like various kinds of things. I've got a rotator cuff issue that I picked up playing cricket this year, which doesn't seem to be coming right, mainly because I'm not doing the things I would need to do to get it to come right. I've got an amount of emotional load, distress, whatever, and shit going on in life, which gets in the way of exercise for me. Others, it's a reason for them to do more exercise or whatever, but for me it's like a shutdown.
Escapism.
Yeah, I just tend to shut down when I feel like I'm under the cosh, as it were. I guess it's an experiment that we will see the answer to, because at some point I am going to have to do something. Mostly because, if for nothing else, one of the things that correlates, as I said in my video last night actually, one of the things that correlates to mortality is the ability to produce power and or strength.
Not muscle mass.
It's not muscle mass, it's strength and power. Okay,
strength,
those things are tied up.
Grip
yes.
strength, yeah.
Yes, to some degree. Okay, grip strength is a specific correlate, sure, but to make that worthwhile, it's a general strength and power output capacity that correlates to mortality. Now, I can tell you right now that over the last, most notably, it's accelerated hugely since I turned 50. So about 4 years of it, maybe 49, so maybe 5 years. I'm actually stood on pipe cleaners.
Yeah.
Like below the waist. Yeah, I have no glutes, no leg musculature to speak of. I'm basically operating on one calf because I ruptured my Achilles playing cricket, and that's never going to be the same again. That's atrophied to just about nothing. But lower body strength, very important, and I've got none, and I've got no muscle mass, and it's worrying. So there will come a time soon when I can get the distress of everything that's going on here under control, and there will be a redress of the situation. So I'll tell you after that whether or not my body responded and in what time frame. How's that?
Yeah, I think you'd be surprised. It's just a bit of intensity a couple of times a week will sort you out, I think. In reality, when you're looking at like, I think it's quads, for example. What you're looking at, 2-3 minutes of exercise for quads a week or something. It just doesn't take much.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, the actual time involvement isn't much, but it's the getting the gumption to do it. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I know that one sometimes. I mean, I'm always motivated to go to the gym and enjoy it and stuff, but sometimes it's like the act of going there, like getting there. What you want? If I could teleport there, I'd be there every day. But when we get to the comments now, so I actually got Jolene Kings joins a member. Thank you very much appreciated.
Jolly
also
good.
kindly left a super sticker for $9.99. Thank you very much.
Beautiful.
Also hit the like upon entry, of course.
Yes. Otherwise, we might have to just send you a little visitor.
Yes.
The boy.
Trying to find the little comment there.
Mm.
Yeah, I take my subscribers by surprise sometimes with the live streams, because I don't know when they're going to come, but when they do, it's like, oh, he's live. There we go.
Yeah.
Happy Easter to both of you. You do celebrate Easter over there at this time of year, or is it different? Or
Yeah, we have Easter at the same time of year. It's just that it's autumn and not spring.
oh, I see.
Mm.
Yeah, that's cool. Right, we've got a question.
We also
already
have
somewhere.
Christmas in the middle of summer, so
Yeah, it's boiling.
madness. It's madness. Mm-hmm.
There we go. So the fellow grandma said, doesn't loss of muscle mass get to be a concern in some, particularly elderly?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Osteopenia, sarcopenia. No idea.
Yep. It's a
I think
real
it's
issue.
the point
It's
when
very
you can't
serious.
look after yourself. You know, go to the loo or something. Then you got a problem, I think.
Yes.
I mean, have you read any like studies, or do you know any stats in terms of like people that have maintained their strength or muscle mass as they age versus people that are just sedentary?
Yeah, there's a number of studies that look at comparing people who are otherwise nominally somewhat similar. They've done their best as far as you can do in science and getting research twins together. And you've got one cohort that has maintained a sensible amount of muscle mass into their 6th decade or 7th decade versus a population of folks who are otherwise nominally fairly similar that didn't do that. And yeah, the mortality, the independence, everything, including psychology, goes downhill when you lose the ability to be, ready for the world physically. You lose muscle mass, and that's a slippery slope. So, yeah.
That might be a good video for you to make at some point, like not a long format one, but something like, I don't know. If you want to live the longest time, obviously you do your 5 health hacks. Then maybe go into each one a bit. So, carnivore diet, which is this. Exercise, this many sets to failure. Well, that might be good, because people always ask the same questions about like how many minutes of cardio can I do per week, and it's like, how hard is it for you? Because you could tell me, I do 10% incline. If you're a world class, I don't know, sprinter or runner, then that's going to be dead easy for you. It's probably not going to cause some negative adaptation pressure. So I don't know.
Yeah. Maybe I will. While I'm thinking about that, the long form videos, the live Q&As, all of this kind of stuff that's been on my main channel up to now is going to move to one of my other channels, because my main channel is going to be this brand new shiny marketing channel that's going to be short form stuff, the kind that has started to appear on that channel now, just so you know. So if you want to see what I've always done the way I've always done it, still, I'll keep doing that to some degree. But you'll need to find my other YouTube channels, and every single one of them is listed underneath every pre-recorded video on my channel. There's about 5 or 6 of them. So go and sub to all of those.
Yeah. I like the, it's round and stuff one or something like that.
Oh, it's round like. Yeah.
Round, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a channel where I talk about how the earth is not flat, for goodness sake. Yeah.
Me, Stephen and Harry spoke about that this morning, actually. Little conversation about that and all the tests we can do to sort of prove it's right. But I don't know. I think it's been a fact for like so many hundred, if not thousands of years now. What point is something like not contendable?
Well, I mean, I guess you can argue with anything you like anytime you like. But if you're going to argue in the face of irrefutable evidence, then you're a bit of a buffoon, really, aren't you? If you're going to argue with so-called evidence which is absolutely refutable and or erroneous, all power to you. That's what I do. But I don't go arguing with things that are absolutely established.
Yeah.
And demonstrable. It's just nuts.
Yeah, I'm in a different... What I notice the difference is online when you try to teach someone something and in person. So I get to like a health club now, so it's got my sauna, cold plunge and all that sort of recovery stuff, quote unquote. I sit there and chat to people. I'll say like, oh, well, my name's Jonathan. This is what I do. I know these people online. I know this weird professor guy, but he's a fucking genius. He's from New Zealand. That's a teddy bear. And all this sort of stuff. And they actually believe it. Like, they actually understand it. When it's online, you could write the same thing, and they'll still be like, no, that's not right because calories in it or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
Thermodynamics.
Calories in it. Yeah.
That one.
I'm a science denier, mind. Of course, don't forget that. I'm a science denier. Even though actually when you look at it,
science.
what I'm actually doing when you look at it is I'm actually insisting upon science. So the way to deal with that is to call me a science denier. No, I'm a denier of anti-scientific slop.
Yeah, like we always said, like you have to hold yourself to a higher standard because the thing is, people that watch your content, my content, anyone's content, if we say, oh yeah, 50% carnivore is pretty good, it's quite close to what the and 15 isotopes testing data says, then we sort of look at it and actually we're like, well, if people only hit 40%, it's not good enough. So we have to be. You get some people who'll say you're 99%, otherwise you're gonna die and get stuffed. But I'm like, I don't know about that. I think the same as you, really, about 70% animal, ruminant meat plus the rest of it. Try and just be sensible. It's my kind of take. But yeah, is Pim still doing stuff, by the way, with her channel?
Pim's not doing a lot of online anything. She does have one or two clients that she keeps up with because she chooses to keep up with those clients. But that's very few. Mostly Pim's sole focus these days is the animal care around the farm. That's a full-time job.
That takes a bit. I can imagine. Yeah. Makes sense. It's more fruitful, really. I know she tried a few things out with different groups of people and it didn't go well, did it? But never mind. All right. You back at cricket now, by the way? I was going to ask.
Cricket's finished for the year now. We've just finished our season in the last couple of weeks. So, again, we would start around about September, October, and we'll run through to about middle of March with a couple of weeks off in the middle for Christmas. That's when we do cricket down here in this part of the world. Yeah,
I wouldn't even know personally up here, but I've got 3 competitions I'm going for this year. One in June, one in October, November. So it's going to be a very long year. You know what I mean?
3 comps in a year. That's quite a bit, comps. Really.
Yeah, the goal is to win the world finals in my category. I think that's the highest achievement I could possibly get in my life right now, besides getting a PhD. But what does a PhD get me besides indoctrination and?
Well, it gets you indoctrination. It gets you a piece of paper that some people are impressed by. They shouldn't be, by the way. At the end of the day, the whole qualification itself has been derided and devolved by the fact that it's basically now every child wins a prize in academia. You can just about get a PhD out of a Weetabix packet. And Mike Imbecile did exactly that, for example. Lame Norton's PhD dissertation is not much better. But,
he made errors I never made. I'm like, he's meant to be a world leading authority on social media about training, and he still promotes, 30 sets per workout or something, which is absurd.
Look, Mike Israel claims to have a massively high IQ, a hugely IQ, unnaturally high IQ, yet his PhD dissertation is an absolute hot mess. It's full of errors. It's a joke. And he's a calories in, calories out buffhead. And you've got to be stupid.
His diet is literally protein bars.
Yeah. Plus, look at the kind of shape he's in. He's obviously not in the kind of shape that anybody would want to be in. Anyways, that's for another day.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Have you heard of? So I don't know if you know someone called Something Solomon and Lyle McDonald have been making loads of videos about you and having like your face on the screen and saying, "Oh, this carnivore guy doesn't know what he's talking about" or whatever.
I know who Lyle McDonald is. I haven't seen
Yeah.
any videos that he's made about me having my face on the screen saying I don't know what I'm talking about. He wouldn't be the only one saying that.
It's about half his videos, but
Well, I mean, clearly
yeah.
I've got under the boy's skin somehow. Yeah, I've never actually spoken to Lyle McDonald to his face directly. I'm quite happy to if he'd like to, just to demonstrate exactly which one of us it is that does know what they're talking about.
What frustrates me is the same thing that frustrates you about some people online. He's very knowledgeable about losing fat. He wrote the book on a lot of things that I found really effective and useful. But some things he's like so fucking dead wrong. You're like, how did you get so good and well versed in this, but got this completely wrong? Disgrace.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Anyone that wants to send me any links to Lyle McDonald videos where he's taking pot shots at me, please feel free. I'll have a look at them and respond if it's worthwhile.
Yeah, the way he does it is just weird. It's a bit cringy. But,
well, a lot of people say that about me too, though, don't they, Jonathan? They say I do things that are cringy, like coming on your show wearing nothing but a house coat, for example.
Well, it means you're comfortable. It means you're. I mean, the thing is, if you're going to come on here and lie about something, you'd put up on more of an act. You'd be here in a shirt and suit, and you know. Yeah.
Well, it's just after 7 a.m, so I thought, I'll get up, make myself a cup of tea, coffee, and just about showtime. Oh well, no time to get dressed. House coat it is.
Your screen nicely ready.
Thank you. That's always ready. Don't mind. It just sits there, and I just need to turn on the camera, and away we go.
That's handy. What's going on? Yeah. No, thank you, Juliet, for the super chat. Much appreciated.
We love Juliet. She rocks.
Yeah, very nice. Have you interviewed her yet?
No.
This week? No, she'd be really good to speak to. So she's an autistic mum of 3 autistic children, varying degrees or symptomology. She can be a bit shy, but she's not shy, if that makes sense. It's more it's probably just camera shy, I think. But she has a small channel, but she'd be good to sort of bring up on one of your channels, one of your videos. I think she's quite knowledgeable.
Well, send me an email, Juliet. Let's get together.
Yeah, Juliet, sort that out. Okay.
Yeah, make it so.
Yeah. What's going on here? So I'm in fuzzy slippers, not going to badmouth Bart's housecoat. What difference is you're not on the screen, Grandma? I'll give you some more questions actually, because I've got all this time to use up. I had one question about the cardio. He said doing, but I think he said like a couple of 30-minute sessions a week was like enough. When you say couple, do you mean like two, or do you mean like 3 or 4 maybe?
More like 2, 3 at the outside.
Yeah.
Never on consecutive days, by the way. A lot of people that do this cardio do it every single day, and sometimes multiple times a day. No, not a good idea. You must separate your trainings out so that you do not train on consecutive days. And you should think, unless you're training for an event that's going to take longer to complete than 30 minutes, what you should do is train at the intensity that you would like to compete at, or higher, for the amount of time that it would take you to complete your event in a competitive environment, or less. You should cave yourself in when you train every time. That's what training is. Maximum intensity. Anything that's not that is not training. It's just exercise, is what I was trying to say.
Yeah,
and exercise
it's about the threshold, isn't it?
Break it down. Well, it depends on what you mean by threshold, because there are a lot of different physiological thresholds. Okay, well, yes. The whole point of exercise is that you're supposed to recover from it slightly better than beforehand. That's what getting fitter is. So if you just impose training injury upon training injury upon training injury without allowing the recovery in between, you're just tearing yourself down. It's nuts. It becomes, as I was saying in my video, it becomes a psychological dependency. It becomes an issue where if you don't go and trash yourself today, you feel shit. You feel psychologically bad. You feel unhappy because you haven't done it. That's not sensible training. That's addictive personality
I can
disorder.
see that for sure. Yeah, I can see it for sure, because back in the day I was training 6 or 7 times a week. And doing that, it never felt like I was going there like anticipating the workout, thinking I'm going to nail my shoulders today and grow my arms an extra inch or something. It's all more just, oh, I'm going to do a bit of a chest and arm workout today. I'm going to sit on the cardio and do half an hour to burn some fat, then eat chicken and broccoli for fucking 5 weeks. It was so shit. It's like the worst experience ever.
Yeah.
I don't know how I did it. I look back and think, where's a better way to do that? Such a waste of time. Yeah, now I do something like, I do 3 resistance training sessions a week, about 8-9 sets per session, pretty much as hard as I can, unless it's not safe for me to do so. I do a 10-minute incline walk as a warm up, I guess you might say.
Yeah.
Sauna after the gym, have a light walk around the pool, then go home and have a nap or have some food. That's it. There's nothing really magical. It's just,
nothing too high tech. Good.
Nah. What do you think about cold plunging though? I'm curious what you think. Is it like a diminishing returns thing? Is it you can do so much of it?
I'm not sure. Not too sure. Look, Pim swears by it. She loves it. She thinks it's great. Pim and my young niece, even now as it's getting right into autumn, it's getting really properly cold by New Zealand terms. They're still plunging at least every other day or so, and they think it's great. I can't do it. I hate cold water with a passion. I don't want to get anywhere near that. But Pim says there's all sorts of physiological benefits that have been spoken about and that she feels herself. And so I'm like, well, if it works for you, don't fix it. But I'm not going to be doing any cold plunging myself anytime soon.
Yeah, it doesn't sit too highly in my health hacks. Just for like the burden of it, for like whatever benefit it may give. I do use it, but for me, I'm going to use anything that reduces pain. So sauna for me reduces pain, cold plunging.
Yeah.
I'm not. I looked at the research and what it says. Like the peak amount's about 11 minutes a week. So I think, well, I'm not trying to be a world record holder at cold plunging. I'm going to do 8-9 minutes.
Yep.
Because then I know I'm within that sort of safe bracket. So when I get out, I'm not going to be falling over and stuff because I can't feel my feet.
Yeah. Bonkers.
Yeah. Other than that, what other daily sort of health hacks do you do? Or obviously you do the carnivore diet. Is there anything unique that you do, which or things that you think that you do which people underutilize maybe?
Okay. Well, lately in the last 3 or 4 months, my behaviour towards myself has been absolutely appalling. Diet-wise, fail. Complete
Beverages?
fail, by the way. Beverages, I'm drinking basically non-alcoholic beer when I'm drinking beer, so that's a win.
Yeah.
When I say basically non-alcoholic, it's labelled as non-alcoholic, but actually it's 0.5% or less. So there is some alcohol still there. Coffee, I'm still drinking a fair bit of coffee, but less than what I have at my absolute peak a few years ago. The management of my psychological state, distress state about things going on in life in general, not so good either. I would not place my actual behaviour in recent months forward as an example to anyone to follow, is what I'm saying, at all.
Yeah,
that doesn't change remotely what is ideal, what the facts are, what the science says, because I'm the science me, safe and effective, remember. So my message as to what a person, any given person, should do ideally will not change, even though my own behaviour has been poor. It's been a period of particular distress. There's been particular issues and problems, both with the farm and with people here on the farm. For those that have not followed, that don't know the story, my sister and 2 children plus an adult child of hers, not even a child, an adult, came to live on the farm permanently a few months back at my invitation because the situation they were in was no good and I could help, so I did. And that was great, and they helped and they were putting in the work, and they still are to whatever degree is possible based on what's going on. But basically a month or 2 after they got here, my younger sister decided in her infinite wisdom, to have a major stroke without warning one morning. She was up at the milking shed, milking some goats. Boof, she's gone down, hit the floor, and at the end of it, what we're told is that basically half her brain was destroyed. So, yeah, it's a mess, basically. So it's a long way back, dealing with that, plus 2 teenage nieces. The adult nephew that's here as well has been really helpful, so that's been good. My mum's been here on and off when she can be. My dear mum, bless her. But it's turned into something else again, which has been obviously distressful and etc. And there's still work to do, both on the farm and in my other businesses, i.e. trying to be a social media influencer, trying to market Sorul products, doing my one-on-one consultancies that I do, plus some other side projects around several books that are in progress being written, and all of that. Combined with all of that, my sister and her family are not carnivores, so obviously all the old stuff that we used to love as kids and whatever that Mum used to make are all back on the table.
Spaghetti hoops and bangers and mash.
Exactly. Mum's here herself, so she's adding to that by saying, well, it seems Rebecca's making stuff I used to. Why don't I just make stuff I used to? I'm like, oh, thanks, Mum. Nom, 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 nom.
10 pounds later.
It's nice, it's beautiful, and it's evocative of one's childhood and all of that, but it's like, Jesus, I cannot believe you fed us this crap for 20 years until we decided to move out and all of this. So all of that's been going on. Plus we've had some animal health issues on the farm. We've lost a number of stock, and people think that the carnivores are unfeeling, nasty, evil people that are taking advantage of the animals and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Listen, I get really upset when we lose an animal. It really affects me very, very deeply. I actually feel it, and I feel connected to the animals that live here. Most of them have names and what we'll call personalities, animalities, obviously, because they're not people. But we get to know them, we invest in them, we care for them, we look after them, we try to keep them well and give them the best possible life until it's time for them to meet their fate. And when they meet a fate that's not planned for them, ahead of schedule, because of illness that occurs or whatever, number one, it's very emotionally effective. I feel it hugely. And number two, that's a failure on our part of keeping that animal healthy and alive. Well, it feels that way. It feels like a failure. I'm told by anyone that's done any farming, look, if you've got livestock, you're going to have dead stock.
Yeah.
There is going to be an amount of loss. And I'm like, yeah, but every single one hurts. So maybe I'm just not cut out to be a farmer, I don't know. So there it is. For those that think that we're unfeeling, uncaring, horrible people, no.
Well, it's okay to have feelings, isn't it? It's like, I don't know how many times this happened in your lifetime, maybe not so much, but, you're autistic, therefore you feel this way. It's like, no, I'm just pissed off, because a human in my situation right now would be pissed off.
That's right.
I don't know if you have that at all. I don't know.
Mostly people don't actually tend to really even treat me as autistic or think about my autism because it's mild, whatever the hell that means. There are family members around me who are vastly more touched by the autism brush than I ever was. So they kind of get all the autism attention, and mine gets pushed to the side because it's like, well, you're not really even autistic, are you, son? Oh, well, okay, if you say so. So, yeah.
It's a bit different, yeah.
Like one of the nieces, quite touched, quite autistic. My sister, quite autistic, the one that's had a stroke, so that doesn't help.
Yeah.
My brother, who's not here, but he lives in Auckland still, but he's probably the most autistic of the lot, except maybe the oldest nephew that's also not here. So, I have a form of autism, but compared to everybody else around me or connected to me in a familial sense, doesn't even get thought about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't say.
I'm the good one.
You're
I'm the one
best
that made a
Bart.
thing and made something of himself. Whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, it's funny how we measure our own success based on certain things.
Yeah.
I don't know. I measure my success by almost like going forward in time. Imagine I'm sat in a wheelchair or that, with less ability sort of thing, thinking, oh, am I glad that I did these things in my lifetime? That's my idea of success. If you look back and say, yeah, I've achieved the things I wanted to, could have done any better. That's my idea. I see it more as like an end point rather than a continuum sort of thing. Yeah, that should be. But yeah, I'm surprised there's not many people asking questions because we've got 26 people in live chat.
All right. Well, let's have some questions.
Yeah, chuck some questions in, guys.
Yeah. Otherwise, we'll just crap on for another 25 minutes.
Yeah. Might play a little bit of music. There we go. Yeah, I want to do more live streams at the moment. I've started to make my videos just with StreamYard now. It's been quite helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can chuck my intro and outro on, hit record, go. I don't get too heavy on the edits anymore because I think people that are going to watch my channel to benefit are just going to listen to what I say anyway. I don't need all the extra sort of stuff, really. Yeah. You doing any conferences this year or guest speaking engagements?
I'm not going anywhere doing anything except what I'm doing. I'm fully occupied. Yeah, too much on. And I don't want to travel anyway. I just don't want to do it. I hate it.
Yeah.
It's the worst thing in the world for me, just about.
Yeah, I can relate. I went to Lanzarote a few weeks back.
Oh, Lanzarote, nice. Yeah.
Yeah, a nice quiet island. There's nothing there. You wouldn't go there and think, I'm going to do some sites. There's like fuck all there, literally. It's just beaches, like dormant volcanoes, a few shitty shops.
Yeah.
But, yeah. I'm hoping to do more travelling over the next few years. I want to get to Japan one day. That is a blimmin' long way. So I have to get... I think I looked at the tickets like £6,000 or something to get what I'd want because of planes. So, yeah, better start saving pocket money.
Yeah. There you go. There's a question.
Hey. Early, it's Julie. Is cocoa with coconut milk and hot water plus electrolytes and keto protein collagen okay to drink once a day? Ask the guy you bought it from. They probably asked the same question for. No, I'm not against it, to be honest. I think I'd rather have whole food just because you can guarantee, I don't know, half a pound of beef is going to have half a pound of beef worth of nutrients. This sort of stuff, it's been processed to some degree. I mean, what's to say there's going to be X amount of B vitamins or minerals in, all the different collagens and powders and things. I think it's not too bad as like a treat. Like if you like it before bed or something, it gets you more collagen in your diet than you would have otherwise. Then not necessarily a problem. Cocoa does have some oxalate in it, so it could be a problem as well. But if you've been doing it and it's not a problem, I'll just carry on. To be honest, bigger fish to fry, in my opinion. But what do you think, Bart?
Yeah, same deal. It's not ideal, but look, if that's what gets you through the night, honey bunny, you do you.
Apparently, we've got more questions in the chat.
Yeah, something about training with mobility issues for women over 55. Okay, look, if you have mobility issues, that puts you in a special population, which means the advice that someone competent would give you about exercise needs to be tailored to you specifically. So you need to consult about that. At the end of the day, all comments made in general on these kind of discussions on YouTube about exercise, etc., have to be aimed at the middle of the bell-shaped curve for the normal Joe or Josephine. If you're in a special population, that advice doesn't apply to you, and you need to get specific advice.
Yeah,
pretty straightforward.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Bart, Joe is my girlfriend, by the way.
Oh, okay. Hello, Joe.
Yeah, she's up in Nottingham, so quite far from me. But yeah, she's
all right.
She's been in Carnivore for a long time.
Nice.
She'd be good to interview. So her story is very unusual. So she's been in the low carb space for like 10 years. Carnivore probably I don't know 4, 5, 6 years. It wasn't until she added in a GLP-1, which helped regulate her appetite and things, and she was able to drop like 100 pounds or something over the last year or so. So she's had a very interesting experience. I think it should be good for a chat or an interview. He's full of beans.
Have her send me an email. I used to live in Notts.
Whereabouts? What was it? What's where?
In a place very near Retford called East Drayton.
Yeah.
It was actually a Doncaster postcode, but whatever, it was still in Notts.
Yeah. Did you like it much?
It was nice. It was, we were in a big brick, sort of almost mansion house on a fairly large section, surrounded by fields, pretty much. It was one of those villages that was basically a farming village, and so there's, you know, a church, a pub, not even a store, actually. Yeah. It was fine for a bit. Yeah, it was one of the things I've done in my life for a bit. And I used to commute from there, up near Retford. I used to commute from there to Leicester, where I was working on a daily basis. So that was like 60-something miles one way. Every day I was doing that. So, geez, I racked up some miles. Yeah. Anyway, there it is.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the question. I'm not entirely sure who it's about. If it's one of her friends, I might be able to provide more context, but I don't think it is. I mean, I'd emphasise getting a personal trainer for anything, but a good one. This one actually specialises in rehabilitation, working with elderly people. So don't go with I don't know, Joe Smith, who works with 20-year-old lads. You know, you want to go with someone a bit more grounded. Focus on like strict technique, progressive overload, but not too much. Someone who listens to your feedback as well. That's what I'll probably do above all. So just invest, I don't know, five 1-hour PT sessions, 150 quid or something, 200 quid. And that's where I'd go if they don't know someone that already does train. But I think with training, this is my opinion. I think most training programs will generally yield the same sort of endpoint result. But how you get there, do you injure yourself, is going to be a more critical factor. So if you're not using best practice and you're just doing whatever, then you're not going to have any longevity in terms of like your lifting career, if that's what you're going for. Yeah.
Lovely. Agreed.
I've been clarified as well. Oh, the GLP-1 wasn't for my appetite, Jonathan. I eat 1 meal a day and not eat well. The GLP-1 helps with my chronic inflammation, calms down the water tension somehow. Joe Science. Yeah, she's got an interesting health. She's got primary aldosteronism.
Okay.
Very, very interesting one. Strange weight fluctuations, different meds she uses. Might be able to talk to her about that. Very interesting case.
Okay, cool.
Bart, she was marvelling at your South Yorkshire accent earlier, but no, I understand where you picked it up from.
Okay, well, also, the reason I was in UK at the time, back then, was because at that time I was married to a girl from Yorkshire. Well, actually, she was born in Sheffield, but near enough. Spent most of her life over the border in Yorkshire. Actually, 3 out of 4 of my grandparents were from York as well. So I've heard the accent all my life and been, ready to sort of adopt it at any given point. I'm also a mimic. I can't help myself. When I hear something, I have to stop myself sometimes from actually, going straight to it. I mean, said ex-wife was able to listen to someone from Yorkshire speak for about a minute or less, and she could pinpoint the village they were born in. Ooh. She had that kind of ear for it. So there you go.
Where I live, if you go either direction, like 10 miles, it's a different accent altogether. Really different. 10 miles west of me, it's all very west country, like that. Farmers, Dorset. I just talk like me. I think I would. And
then you go to the pub and they go, Vera, drink thy tankard. If you don't drink thy tankard, it'll go flat. Or something like. That's an accent I don't do so well, but there you go.
Yeah, but if you feel a bit overloaded or something, you want someone impartial you can chat to, or just lend an ear, just give me an email. Be happy to help. And I can't do anything practical. I can't bring your animals back to life or anything, but
Yeah.
Pet Cemetery. You seen that?
No, I haven't. No, I haven't actually seen that film.
Weird film. You might find it too weird. Maybe, I don't know. Question, Andrew.
Yeah.
Thoughts on low frequency training? I asked Bart a few weeks ago. He thought it may be concerning with slow recovery.
I'm not sure what the context is now, Andrew, as to what the question exactly was and what it was about. Low frequency training, I think from memory you were talking about training maybe once or twice a week, and was that enough? And I said, well, if that's all you can do, based on your rate of recovery, then that's what you can do. At the end of the day, there are two parts to getting fitter. There is the training and the recovery from the training. If you take longer than the average person to recover, so be it. You must not impose another training insult on top of the last one before you've made a 90% recovery from the training insult that was the last one you imposed. Otherwise, you're just tearing yourself down. So if that places a limitation on you individually, specifically as to how quickly you can progress, so be it.
Yeah.
Try 5 health hacks. It might speed things up for you.
Yeah, do the 5 health hacks above all. The recovery capacity is so individual. Like Jo, for example, she started the gym recently. She's going to be able to recover probably from 1 session a week. I can do 3, but I get a lot out of my 3. So I know body was only 5, but if you look at what they do, it's like really they could have done that in 3. They've just been messing around too much. But I think I think 4 might be the peak for anyone, like bodybuilding purposes. But that's perfect recovery. You're doing everything you can. You're not sat in an office all day staring at blue light and going to bed at stupid hours. Stuff like that. If you're being quite healthy, I don't think it's a problem. I did actually make a video roughly 3 or 4 weeks back, Andrew, if you check it out on my channel. I think it's titled something like Carnivore Bodybuilding Workout Guide, something like that. But I literally show you exactly how to build a workout and put it together, and what to do at each bottleneck. So if you notice, your strength's going down, this is the sort of thing you should change. So it's pretty much a one-stop shop for making a beginner's workout program. But yeah, I do emphasize lower frequency training, if anything. I think I'm at the point now of my training where it's like my joints can't handle anymore. So my muscle strength is very high, but my joints are now the limiting factor. So I've got to find ways to, maybe I can't do all the training I need to do 1 session. I'll put it in 2 sessions. But spread them out far enough so at least my joints can recover between the 2. There's loads of ways to skin a cat, I guess. We've got George. George.
Yeah. Hello, George.
Deepest, darkest Somerset, but never picked up the accent. Boarding school and the army took care of that. So George sounds exactly like my dad, and he's from Cheltenham.
Right.
And he looks a bit like him too. It's a bit weird.
There you go.
Yeah. Oh, do you know about the Nightbot, by the way, on the comment section?
I've seen your Nightbot doing its Nightbottery, but I've not heard of it before. Of it. Yeah.
Okay, it might be useful for your channel. So when you're on your channel, you're like, look at my channel for a consultation. Here's my link. You can make that so it auto times. You're on the website nightbot.com. Type in your YouTube details, and it'll post these things onto your channel at different intervals.
All right.
So every 2 minutes you might say, calendly.bit.ly, whatever.
Right.
Bart Kay.
So we can auto spam the fuck out of our people.
Yeah, you know how many times you say, the link's in the thing? People are like, I can't be asked to press that. If it's there, it's like, it's not hard. There we go. Got it. I also have trap tightness, so for posture advice.
It's very individual, Andrew.
Yeah.
It's like we'd need to do a postural assessment, see what's going on before we could possibly give you any guess as to what the best, most likely ameliorative action is. You need to consult.
You need to consult someone. I got my chiropractor to do all this stuff for me, and I'm actually quite even, all things considered, but that's because I do all the stuff. A lot of stretching, mobility stuff. One thing you might benefit from is like a dead hang from a bar overhead, to just do a pull-up, but just have straight arms. But but just hold that position for like 30 seconds. That might free up some of the scapula, because sometimes it's not necessarily the trap that's tight because your neck. It could be something lower down or even higher up. So, you'd have to work with someone to really pinpoint what that is, because I couldn't do it. I'm not a kinesiologist sort of thing. Look at the screen here. I'm just a bodybuilder. So,
Neat.
Oh, the question from Julie. Fell off the wagon a few times since Christmas. Now Easter.
Chocolate Kruger. I don't know what that is. Anyway, get back on. Basically, get back on the wagon.
Yeah.
It's worth it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you see how that's not really a question?
Yeah.
I say that on my show all the time. All right.
Yeah. Where's the rest of it? Keep pressing send mid-sentence, making no sense.
Do you see how that's not a question? I'm kidding. I'm just teasing. William the Caterpillar.
Shame we can't do like mini voice notes in this, isn't there? You can just press a button and Julie says, "Oh, hi there, Bart and Jonathan. I've got a question about it."
Yeah.
Here it comes. We got all day, Bart. We got all day.
Well, yeah, I've got another 9 minutes or so. But there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure
I
what
can't
William's
sit
asking.
for long either. I'm buggered.
Yeah. I've got one of those days today where it's like one thing after the other all day. I'm very popular, Jonathan, believe it or not.
I started very early today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this your last thing? this is my first thing.
This is my it's 10 to 9 now, so it's my last thing really.
Oh yeah, that's right, clocks have changed. We've gone back and you've gone forward, spreading the gap by a further 2 hours.
Yeah. Okay, so the question is strategies to stay on the wagon. I know myself, if I try to have something off plan or want to, or for whatever reason I'm going to my niece's birthday party in May, I don't know. Well, it'll be pre-contest before you're not going to do anything, but usually what I would do is I would actually specifically set that meal time for like later in the day. So if I know they're having a party and I'll just say, all right, I'm going to have whatever junk food I'm going to have at the end of the day. At least then you can write off the end of the day at the end of the day. Because if you write your day off at the start of the day, you have jam and going to breakfast. Oh, I've only got a few more meals left. I might just finish off the rest of the day and have what I want. That's where I think a lot of people go wrong.
Yeah.
I think try to have things that you like, so you'll be satisfied. So if there's something nostalgic you like, I don't know, if your mum or brother or whatever used to make you cheese and pickled onion sandwiches or something, well, have that if you want to have anything. So at least you enjoy it, and it gives you it's nice to have that memory. But if you're just there and you're being gluttonous and thinking, sod it, I'm going to go to the ice cream factory and put every sprinkle and chocolate dusting brownie and sauce there is, well, that's a human evolution problem, I think. You've got to have your own measured response, and like Bart said earlier in this chat, he's not recommending what he does the last few months, but this situation that's been like for him, he acknowledges it, and he'll get back onto it when he wants to get back onto it. So ultimately it comes down to you, Julie. It's not so much about asking permission or tips or anything. It's more just, the sooner you start this, the sooner you'll feel better, I guess you could say. So. Actually, or Ted might come up to you as well in the middle of the night. That's another one.
Good boy.
There we go. Yeah, sorry, it's very much an individual thing, Julie. I know lots of practitioners and experts I could refer you to if you want someone to speak to who's a bit more professional in that regard, but just let me know. Should we finish up now, Bart?
Very good.
Gives you a minute or two.
I think we've put the world to rights, haven't we?
Yeah, it's been a nice little chat. Nice to catch up. Nothing too hard.
Yeah, likewise.
Strenuous.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll try and do well, I'd like to do your channel at some point, or like a collab with like a Q&A or something. That might be fun.
Yep. All right. Have my people call your people. We'll talk to you soon.
Absolutely.
All right, mate.
All right, cheers. Take care. Bye-bye.
Build muscle and lose fat on the carnivore diet.